What's going on, everybody? My name's LUCK, aka Luck, and welcome to episode 7 of my Mod Mastery Embers Rekindled series. Just cooking up the last piece of ashen fabric that we need for our full ashen armor set. There we go. Last episode, we figured out the alchemy mechanic. And this episode, we're just going to kind of take a look and see the little bit of stuff that we missed throughout the book. Here, we're just going to kind of catch up on the rest of the stuff that we missed. So let's see, ashen, right? So we are going to need a little bit of dawnstone. How are we on dawnstone? We have 8, and we have 12, and it looks like that might be it. So we might have to cook up a little bit more, but that's no big deal. So we're going to need 2 plates, and we're going to need 2 ingots for the for the cloak here. So let's see, and I believe, yeah, so 1, 2, and I know that there's a stamp that we can make to make these, which we probably should do, right? That way we can kind of show it off here. Yeah, let's make that real quick, since we're doing the end of. We're getting kind of close to the end of the series anyway, so let's go ahead and put this in here. So for the legs, we just need the ingots, and for the boots, we just need the fabrics. So we actually have all the plates that we need, but that's fine. We'll make a plate stamp anyway, and we'll keep it on us. Awesome. So let's go ahead and make the cloak. Nice. And the legs. Nice. And the boots. Nice. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put all this on. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, this armor set is awesome. This armor set is really, really nice. And with the sword and the goggles, yeah, it definitely completes the look. Alright, awesome. So like I said, in this episode, we're going to kind of go through the rest of the book and see just kind of the little bit of stuff that we didn't get to check out throughout the rest of the series. And then, like I said, this is probably going to be the last episode of the normal series, right? After this episode, we're going to do a showcase of kind of everything all together, working all in one little area, kind of like a, you know, how your base would actually be set up. And then after that, we're gonna be moving on. So yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the book. That's the wrong one. We need this guy. All right. So let's take a look in here. One thing that I said I wanted to take a look at was the pressure refinery and the mini boiler. So let's take a look at this. While the activator can refine crystal in Ember, it produces only a modest amount. The pressure refinery is a means of getting much higher yields per crystal. It requires both water and Ember to be pumped into it, resulting in a default 1.5 times yield from the activator. However, if placed on a metal block with lava or fire around it, it can reach up to 3 times yield, depending on how many hot blocks there are around the base. Okay, let's take a look at that. Pressure refinery, right? So, pressure. Here we go. Awesome. And we're going to need another piece of that dawnstone. So we got that. Let's grab our copper. What else was involved with this? Iron. Yeah. So we're going to need a block of copper. Cool. And refinery. Here we go. So let's see what this guy's all about. Now, I don't know... Does it work just like a regular activator? Let's see. Items, Ember, fluids. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Can refine crystal. It produces only a modest amount. The pressure refinery is a means of getting a much higher yield per crystal. It requires both water and Ember to be pumped into it, resulting in a default 1.5 time yield from the activator. Okay. Now, however, if placed on a metal block with lava or fire around it, it can reach up to 3 times yield. Awesome. Very, very cool. So let me get a little demonstration set up, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so let's check this out. So from what I understand about this guy, is it should work similarly to a regular activator. You just get more out of it, right? So we need to supply it with water, right? So we got a handy dandy infinite water supply here. Looks like it's got a little bit of an internal buffer because it keeps taking the water out of that guy. So we'll just go ahead and fill this up. Just make sure that there's plenty of water in here. And you can see that the pipe is getting backstuffed. I don't know if that's a problem. I guess we're going to find out, right? Okay, so we have plenty of water in there. Now, if I put a Ember crystal in here, now let's see, how much, I think it said 2,400, right? Yeah, so 1.5 times, it should give us 36, maybe? Does that sound right? Let's find out. Okay. So we're gonna let this do its thing, right? And then this should give us 3,600. All right, guys. So I guess my math was a little bit off, but it gave us 3,000. Okay. So you definitely do get more. It's almost kind of worth it to skip the normal activator and go right to this, because you get way more ember for just one crystal, right? But now we can improve that even more. So it says in the book, go back to the page here. It says in the book that if we place a metal block with lava or fire around it, it can reach up to 3 times yield, depending on how many hot blocks there are around the base, right? So let's go ahead and we'll drop that guy there. We'll put lava. Where'd my other lava bucket go? There it is. Lava, lava, and I guess we could probably even put lava behind it as well, I'm assuming, right? I'm wondering if you can even put a block of lava underneath of it. I guess we can test that out. Yeah, let's test it out. Why not? So, let me go get 2 more buckets of lava. Luckily, we have a whole lava pool right here. 1, 2, nice. So, let's see how much it gives us with just the 2, right? We'll test that out. So we had 3,000 in there before, right? And, excuse me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. That thunder was very annoying. So we had 3,000 in there before, right? Let's see how much it gives us with just 2 blocks of lava now. So we're going to let this run, and I'll report back when it stops. Alright guys, so with 2 blocks of lava, we effectively got 4640 out of 1 of those ember crystals, which is a 1.93% increase, which is awesome. 1.93 times the increase, right? So that's pretty cool. Let's try it out with lava on either side, and luckily we have another copper cell here that we can try, a fresh one. And we'll put another receptor there. And we'll link you to you. Cool. And then we'll do lava and lava. Awesome. And let's give this another ember crystal. And let's see how much this one makes. Alright guys, so with the 4 buckets of lava, we got to 6310, which is about a 2.63 times yield. So I'm assuming that with that 5th bucket of lava on the bottom, we'll hit that 3 times. So let's go ahead, we're going to try this one more time. We'll go ahead and put tough there. Cool. Lava. Awesome. And let's go ahead and break this guy. Put up a new cell with another ember dial. And like that. And oop, you to you. And then we'll feed you 1 more ember crystal. And what we should see now is an increase to 7,200, right? Does that sound about right? Let's find out. Alright guys, so a little bit weird. It got us up to 6,300, which is weird because when the one on the, the space on the bottom was just stone, we got up to 6,310. So, not really sure what's going on there, but I will tell you that if you guys are going to play with this mod, I mean, this is definitely, you're going to have to kind of start out with this one, right? But as soon as you press your first Dawnstone ingot, I would move right up to this guy. It's worth it. for some water. The lava, it doesn't consume the lava blocks, which is nice. And you get way more ember out of your crystals. So this guy gets a thumbs up from me. Definitely worth it. So yeah. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at that we kind of missed during the other episodes is this guy, Mini Boiler. Ember is a highly energetic substance that produces heat, both when consumed and when produced. It would be a shame to let that heat go to waste, but attaching this pressure vessel to the side of an ember-consuming or producing machine, you can boil water into steam for other purposes. But beware that at high pressures, the boiler can easily rupture. So let's take a look at what's involved with the boiler. So let's see. Boiler, right? It's going to take some of those iron plates, which is cool because we made an iron stamp. So let's take our plate stamp, right? Let's take our plate stamp, stick you right there, and you start pressing. Do your thing. Go. Press. Is that the ingot? No, that is the plate stamp, right? Oh, you need molten iron. Okay. Alright. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So we'll throw 7 of these guys into here, right? And then you should just start pressing plates for me there, buddy. There we go. There's one. Alright, I'm going to let this thing do its job, and we'll be back when all my plates are done. Alright, and it should be pressing the last one any second now. There we go. Awesome. Then flip this switch off, because I don't want you running while I'm not there. Boom. Mini boiler. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. So, it said that we can put this on any machine that produces or consumes ember. It would be a shame to let all the heat go to waste. By attaching this pressure vessel to the side of an ember-consuming or producing machine, you can boil water into steam for other purposes. Okay, so let's go ahead and just slap this guy right there, I guess, right? And what if we said like that? So now you can also fill with water, so it'll fill both, right? And you are getting dangerously low on water. Let's fill this guy up. Okay. So now if we put an ember crystal in here, right? We should start producing steam. Well, okay then. There's our answer. Yeah. Not sure why it exploded, like, right away. That was, definitely something. Yeah. Not sure why it exploded. That was interesting. Let's go and... I'm almost kind of hesitant to make another one. Alright, so after that little mishap, let's go ahead. We're going to try and build it again. I think it was like this, right? Yeah. So I have an idea. Maybe I just had way too much water going into it at one time, right? So let's try this. I want to... Let's grab an ember shard, right? Let's just do ember shards. Okay. So we'll kick this on. Actually, I think what I would like to do is... I think I want to do this and this. And let's try this. Okay. It's not exploding now. I think maybe just because I had pumped so much water into it, maybe it's, you know, just kind of like overflowed. Fluids. Out steam. Okay, so let's try Is there, like... How could we get steam out of here? Is there some kind of steam vessel? Let's see. Melter... In mixer... Pressure refinery. That's what this guy is. Either way, it doesn't look like it wants to explode now. So that's good. Let's take a look in the book and see what it says about this guy. Steam boiler. By attaching this pressure vessel to the side of an ember-consuming or producing machine, you can boil water into steam for other purposes. But beware that at high pressures, the boiler can easily rupture. Okay. Doesn't really explain what you use the steam for. So that's a thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's just set up to make steam for other mods. One of the things is, though, that it can make, let's see. It can make this, dwarven gas. And what can dwarven gas be used in? Gaseous fuel for Embers Rekindled. Let's see. What is this guy here? Wildfire Sterling. Interesting. You would need a wildfire core. I wonder if that just makes RF. That is a question. Let's see. So it can make steam, and we can turn dwarven oil into dwarven gas. What can steam be used in? Steam can be used in both of these. The catalytic plug. Interesting. Interesting. And the wildfire Sterling. The book doesn't say anything about the wildfire Sterling. Huh. Interesting. So the book has secrets. Wow. Okay. Well, let me check something out real quick. All right, so we have a wildfire Sterling. Don't ask me how I got it. We just got it. Don't worry about it. Right? So we have the Sterling. Steam goes into the top, huh? So let's do this. I would assume that it's a fluid pipe that we need, right? Okay. And then what would connect to here? Will you pull steam out of there? Huh. Maybe you need some more juice? Well, okay then. There's our answer. Alright, so we're gonna ignore this because it's not, it doesn't explain it in the book, right? So we're just gonna ignore it. Let's see. Yeah, that might be part of this little section here. But yeah, we'll ignore it for now. Unless there is a section somewhere here. Nope. Okay, so we'll ignore it for now. No big deal. No big deal. Okay. So I think the last thing that I want to check out in the mod is this guy here, the geologic separator, right? Let's take a look and see what that's all about. Geologic separator. Okay, so we need a block of silver, two Cambonite bricks, and a fluid vessel. We're gonna need 2 iron plates. So let's go ahead and grab 2 iron. We'll pass that guy right in there. He'll make us plates. And then we need silver, right? Which we never actually have used yet, so we're gonna have to cook those up. There we go. Put the ingot stamp on there. Boom. Alright, so we're going to let those cook, and then when we come back... Or I guess we can make the fluid vessel while we're waiting. You, and... I got bricks on me. Nice. Boom. And then we're just waiting on some silver bars. Alright, and last one. There we go. Now we should be able to get our block of silver. Sweet. And geologic separator. Cool. Now let's read a little bit more about this guy. Many ores and minerals found in the earth aren't just pure metal. They're amalgamated with impurities like other minerals. The geologic separator is a machine upgrade devised to filter out some of those impurities when melting ores and thus... filter out the impurities when melting ores, and thus providing a little bit of extra output. It must be placed besides a melter with the tap facing towards the bottom block of the melter to work. Okay? Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and try this out. So we put you there, right? And then if we put some iron in there, for instance, will this tell us how much extra we get, right? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Gotcha, okay. 1 ingot, 3 nuggets for one of those, and 1 nugget. Okay, so if we put 9 iron in here, right? We should get some copper in here. Let's go ahead and move our pedestal out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Just gives you a little bit of extra output. So that's definitely one that you're going to want to use early on, just to get some extra ores. Is there anything that gives you... Nothing really gives you iron, huh? Interesting. Copper will give you gold. Iron will give you copper. Lead will give you silver. Gold will give you silver. Silver will give you lead. Gotcha. Very cool. So then I guess the last thing that we could do is, let's be a little bit smart about this because I don't want to accidentally mess this up here. So let's do something like this, right? So once this is done stamping my iron, once this is done stamping my iron, we can pump out the copper, and we should get 1 copper bar. Still cooking all that up? Yeah, okay. So you're all done with that. Cool. And then if we hit this... Nice! There we go. Very cool. So this is definitely one that, like I said, you're going to want to use... you're going to want to get that pretty early, right? Probably should have had that on there from the beginning. But yeah, this is definitely one... If you're going to play with this mod, the geologic separator is definitely one that you're going to want to use early. And let's just take a quick look, make sure that we didn't really miss anything. Mechanical access, like I said, just gives you more block faces, right? I used that in one of the earlier episodes, this guy here. The hearth coil. Let's take a look at the hearth coil. That sounds like a cool one. So, hearth coil, huh? Hearth coil. So we need copper plates, block of copper, mechanical core, which is lead plate. Okay. I think we can make that work, right? So we'll get... Is it 1 lead plate? Yeah. Okay. So 1 lead plate. Boom. And mechanical core. And we need copper plates, right? Okay. And, oh, yeah, we need a block of copper as well. Earth coil. Awesome. So let's read about this again. Gone are the days of using solid fuels in a stone furnace to cook your items. Making use of ember power, you have developed the hearth coil. When supplied with ember, the coil will heat up. The hotter it gets, the faster it will smelt all items on top of it. All smelted items will be contained within the inventory of the coil and can be piped out from the bottom or from some accessor. Okay, so let's take a look. So we already got this beautiful copper cell here. So we'll put you there. And let's put... I don't know. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, that's a big boy, huh? I didn't realize that. Interesting. Okay. Machine accessor slot. Okay, so... let's just try and put a receptor on there. We'll go U to U. We gotta give this a lever. That's right. Okay, so now if we throw iron on there, this is what it said to do, right? I think you have developed the hearth coil. The coil will heat up. The hotter it gets, the faster it smelts item. The faster it will smelt the items on top of it. Okay. Let's take a look at something. I want to see if there's anything underneath of it. So, hearth coil. Oh, okay. Items, ember. Okay, so this might be where we need to supply the ember to. So let's do... let's look at getting another one of those... the accessor guys, mechanical core, right? We do have some more bricks. So let's get ourselves another mechanical core. Cool. Let's place you on the bottom of this. Let's see if that does anything. Right, and then we'll do you to you, you to you. Okay, has that done anything? Oh, I hear it going. Nice. Very cool. And then let's get ourselves a bin. That's just a bunch of lead. Cool. Bin. And fluid extractor. We want the item extractor. Alright, so we'll do item extractor, item pipe, and bin, right? And then come up here. Let's see how fast this guy actually does smelt. Do you just throw them on? Oh, there it goes. It's working. It's doing something. Does this hurt you? Oh, no. Oh, that is pretty quick. Although it seems to go... on like a tick basis, right? How many have you made? Let me put these away so we can tell how fast it's actually making. Okay, there's one. Alright, well, either way, whether it's really fast or not, it's still a really cool way to smelt your items, right? And I guess it's really not that bad. Yeah, that is cool. I like that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Alright. Now, was there anything else? Mechanical pump, pretty self-explanatory, right? Crystal cell. Beam splitter. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Catalytic plug. Fantastic devices for the impatient. When hooked up to a machine, the plug doubles the speed of the machine, but only if also supplied with steam from the back, which is consumed in the process. Up to 2 catalytic plugs can be attached to a single machine to quadruple its speed. Attaching more will decrease their efficiency. The plug also decreases in efficiency if attached to more than one mechanical core. Okay. Yeah, we couldn't figure out how to get steam out of the boiler. Yeah, that made it. That did cook those pretty quick. Let's say. Let's just do like half a stack and see. It said the hotter that it gets, the faster that it is. Let's see. Let's see how long it takes for our first one to show up in here. It's not bad. Especially for being essentially free. You know, like 1 piece of coal should get you 1 to 2 pieces of ember, which I don't know how much ember this guy actually uses. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's still net positive. And it's still heating up, too. It's pretty cool that the dial can show you the heat. Yeah, almost all the way heated up. And then it should be blasting through these, huh? Yeah, look at that. It's about, yeah. It's about 2 every second. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Once it heats all the way up, yeah, that's really good. That's quick. All right, cool. Yeah, so I think we're gonna call it here. We've gone through pretty much everything in the mod. There are a few other things, but not really anything that I'm willing to kind of spend any more time on. There's these inflictor gems which slot into the cloaks. You know, there's a few little bits and pieces. When the mod kind of updates a little bit more and this page becomes available, we might revisit it. But as of right now, we're pretty much done with the kind of tutorial part of the series. Next episode, when we come back, like I said, what we'll do is we'll make a big factory and we'll kind of show everything working all in tandem. And yeah, it'll be a fun time. But as far as this episode, we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have enjoyed this entire Mod Mastery series, please hit that sub button. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it. It just lets me know that you guys are liking what I'm doing. Like I said, after the Embers series, we're going to do immersive engineering, which I'm real excited for, because I'm very familiar with immersive engineering. Embers, I haven't played it in a long time, so this was kind of like relearning the mod as I'm kind of going through it. So it's been an experience. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy the series, please hit that sub button, and stay tuned for that finale, which will probably go live tomorrow. And yeah, guys, until next time, I will catch you all later. See ya!